All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Vegas has set the Raptors win total over-under at 36.5. Now, in my opinion, that is absolutely ridiculous. It essentially means you need to decide whether the best bet is the Raptors winning 37 or more games or losing 46 or more. Now, that's the fifth lowest win total amongst Eastern Conference teams, ahead of only Orlando, Detroit, Cleveland, and Washington. What this means is, based off the odds, they have a 77.8% chance of not making the playoffs. Personally, I think that they'll win at least 42, at least 41. I think they'll be over 500. I know the Eastern Conference isn't necessarily as easy as it has been in the past couple of years. You got a lot of new emerging teams. Like, for example, you've got a handful of teams ahead of the Raptors by a pretty decent margin. You've got Charlotte at 38.5, and then at 42.5, you have the Chicago Bulls, Indiana Pacers, and the New York Knicks. Now, personally, I think the Raptors are better than the Pacers. I think they're a little bit more proven than the Pacers, but that's just my opinion. Now, 77.8% chance of not making the playoffs seems like a long shot. Like, that seems like, if I were a betting man, and I actually might bet on this, I think the Raptors are a lot better than more than just four teams in the Eastern Conference. Like I said, I think they're better than Indiana. I know the Eastern Conference made a bunch of moves, but so did the Raptors. So, also, guys, if you're enjoying this video, you want more Raptors content, more NBA content, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button. We're 590 subs away from 8,000 subs, so thank you guys so much, Raptor Nation. Now, Raptor Nation, I need to hear from you guys. I need to hear from you down below in the comments if 36.5 seems right. Because to me, I think it's a little too low. I think the NBA media, and I actually have a video ready for this about the NBA media. The NBA media doesn't give the Raptors too much credit. But I think 36.5 is a little on the low side. I'm sure whoever made this would I'm sure whoever has that opinion of it being the perfect number just isn't that familiar with Raptors basketball. Like, that's how I see it. I see them just kind of being not that familiar with what's going on in Toronto, and because nobody covers Toronto Raptors except pretty much Raptor fans. Big markets, it's all big markets. It's all Lakers, it's all Clippers, it's all Knicks. It doesn't matter if the Lakers are good or not, they're going to be talked about. Now, last season, the Raptors won 27 games. If you adjust it to an 82-game scale, yeah, that's 31. So essentially, back to the normal 82-game scale, the Raptors won 31 games last season, which, if you can do the math, it's not a pretty loss number, but it wasn't a pretty season for the Raptors. I think they're going to win more than 31 games, 100 billion%. Now, you could argue Pascal Siakam's missing the season. Or sorry, he's not missing the season. He's missing the start of the season. He's missing the start of the season because of his shoulder surgery. And I'm sure they won't rush him back. I'm sure they're not going to rush any injury back. But here's the thing that I don't think anybody knows. I just don't think the world is aware of this yet. The Raptors have depth. I wonder if most people who think Pascal Siakam, just in comparison to recent years, last year was just a bad year for a lot of players across the league. So last season, it's kind of a difficult assessment. It's a difficult time to assess players. On the other hand, you had Pascal Siakam kind of struggle. Chris Boucher, who is going to be playing for Pascal Siakam at the start of the season while he recovers. It's also not like he's going to be out till Christmas time, like Kawhi Leonard. Chris Boucher was in the running for Sixth Man of the Year till he started getting some starts, and he was in the running for Most Improved until he got injured. So to me, last season, here's the issue. I'm getting a little fired up. A lot of people probably think that the Raptors had that season because they have a bad roster, when in reality it was COVID and it was injuries. And I'm willing to bet that it doesn't happen again. Whereas your casual NBA fan who's a sports bettor, he sees the over-under 34.5, and he's like, oh, that's perfect. They sucked last year. They lost Kyle Lowry. You know, they didn't even draft Jalen Suggs. Like, what are they doing in Toronto? And, you know, that's the under. I don't know. I could be wrong, but here's the thing. I don't think I am. I really don't think I am. And Raptor Nation, that's why I want to hear from you guys down below in the comments. Here's another thing that I try and mention this all the time. Somehow this slipped my mind. They're back home. The Raptors are back playing at home. They're back in Canada. So I don't think that you add in the fact that they're playing at home. Hopefully they're not losing a ton of players and time and chemistry to COVID protocols. And hopefully they're not getting that injured. I know winning isn't necessarily their main priority, but you can't tell me there is a 78% chance that the Raptors don't make the playoffs. Because if you do, I'm gonna question your basketball knowledge out here. Like I said, my prediction, and I'm going to hold true on this, I'm going to stay on this prediction. 5th seed in the East advances to the second round. The NBA, I don't believe they're quite ready for Toronto Raptor basketball, evidently, if this is what Vegas has them at. And I feel Raptors pain here because I believe the Rockets over-under was like, I believe it was like 18. I read somewhere where someone predicted the Rockets would only win 18 games this season. That is horrible. If they condensed last season, if they expanded the Rockets last season and their 17 wins to 82, it would probably be like 21 or something, 20 games. So someone has them really out here having a worse season this year. That's tough. So I understand what it's like to kind of be in the shadows of the NBA media, and that is why I have a very special video coming to you guys, hopefully later today. I just don't know what clips to put into them, but I have an NBA media video. So if you are not subscribed to this video, and I really think you're going to enjoy that video, but if you like Raptor content, NBA content, be sure to hit that like button, be sure to hit that sub button. Let's aim for 250 likes on today's video. Be sure to leave a comment on your opinion on the over-under. I need to hear from you guys. That's it for today. Peace.